Well, hello everybody, it is I, Wumpus, and I'm hoping my microphone continues to work throughout today's recording. Where has Wumpus been? Well, for any of you who know the channel fairly well by now, in the 2 years I've been doing this, I have health problems, and I have been gone for about 2 weeks, dealing with health problems. So I haven't sat down and recorded anything till now, December the 8th. And I'm still kind of dealing with things. But I thought I'd try to give recording what I've been playing a go. Now, I bought this game just a week ago during the Steam Black Friday sale. So, like, what is that now? Yeah, like a week ago. And I've already dumped 76 plus hours into it. This is Low Magic Age. Low Magic Age is a Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition game, so it's based off of the 3rd edition tabletop of D&D, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. If you're looking for something kind of sort of similar to Baldur's Gate in the factor that it's a Dungeons and Dragons tabletop game, you really can't go too wrong with Low Magic Age. I'm going to go ahead and get the game set up here. These are just the settings I like to use. You can use whatever settings you want. I'm going to go with a small, tiny world so we can kind of do lots of stuff and see a lot of what the game has to offer. This isn't going to be like a full playthrough, more than likely. There is not a story or a plot line or a quest line or anything like that. In the game. This game can be best described when it comes to its gameplay as kind of like Battle Brothers or Stone Shard, right? Where you've got your party, you've got your character, and you go out and you do quests for towns, and you level up and you get better abilities, and you can transport goods to various villages that you encounter along the way. I'm going to go ahead and use my pre-set up party here, which is a paladin, a cleric, a druid, a rogue, a wizard, and a sorcerer. You can create your own characters here. You can pick from a pre-built setup. These you can't level up manually, so if you want to level up your characters manually, you'll want to click on custom character. You then have a fairly decent selection of D&D 3rd edition races with all of their stats imported from Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition into the game. So it is different from 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, so there will be a learning curve for those of you who have never played 3rd edition. But you do have a good selection of races. Some of the races are considered powerful, meaning you can only recruit them as mercenaries once you hit a certain level in-game. For example, ogres, you can only recruit once you're level 2. Trolls, you can only recruit once you're level 5. So on and so forth. And then you have, let's just click human for the sake of it. And of course you go into your, let's call our human a charismatic human. You have fighter, cleric, wizard, your standard 3rd edition selection of classes. Then, like in 3rd edition D&D, you have prestige classes, because in 3rd edition, the maximum level was 30. The maximum level wasn't 20 like it is in 5th edition. So you got like Dwarven Defender if you want a very tanky, tough dwarf. Eldritch Knight for, your fighter that can cast spells. Your Arcane Archer is your ranger that can cast spells. Dragon Disciple is for your sorcerers. It's a really good prestige class. We'll be building our sorcerer into a dragon disciple ourselves. It's one of my favorite prestige classes. We'll be building our wizard into an elemental lord, which gives them a elemental companion that can get all the way up to elder in strength, which is pretty impressive. Let's just go ahead and hit cancel. I'm going to do our paladin. I do want to edit our paladin. If I can remember where the edit button is. Ah, yes, here it is. I do want to change the portrait because we're not playing a dwarven paladin like I normally do. We're going to be doing a halberd focused paladin this run. because I really have come to enjoy halberds for paladins. Halberds in 3rd edition have a couple of bonuses. First off, they have reach, meaning they can hit targets up to 10 feet away instead of only 5 feet. They have charge, which means they have +1 to hit when you move before attacking. And they have trip, meaning they have +2 to tripping opponents. So they're really good weapons for paladins. You can trip an opponent, and then you can divine smite your opponent, and then your rogue can sneak attack your opponent, and they're usually dead. It's a wonderful combo. Alright, so we are a group of adventurers from distant lands. We have stepped into this vast and unfamiliar continent with dreams in our hearts. Though you've heard tales of adventure and opportunity here, the specifics remain a mystery. You need to first visit the local Adventurers Guild for information. Your immediate task is to report to the nearest Adventurers Guild. I'm going to double check my mic is working still. Okay, it is. For information, your immediate task to the nearest Adventurers Guild and register as novices. So, the Adventurers Guild is in Edwindale, which is a capital city that has a bank and Artisans Guild as well as the Adventurers Guild. Alright, so where are we? Well, we got this little town here. Let's go visit it. Plyton. Plyton is a poor, small village. Local residents do not know you, and they produce flour. Now, unfortunately, they don't have any jobs that are going to Edwindale. They do have a goal of really well-paying job here to Nigel Paulus. Let's see. Nigel Paulus appears to be south of us. Oh, no, Nigel is here. Okay. And then where we're going is there. Alright. So again, you can recruit mercenaries if you lose a party member. I've set permadeath to off for this run, because I'm not a fan of permadeath. I'm gonna go ahead and buy these long spears. One for our... Wait, why do I only have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! Oh no, I messed up. Oh crap. In my intro, I seem to have messed up. Hold on, let's do this again. Alright, let's do this again. So I can explain some more of this while I'm having to do it again. So, I like allowing myself to suffer full damage, no penalties, no increases. I don't like having lucky dice. Lucky dice basically means every time you miss, you get +1, +2. The base game sets it up to +12 to your next roll. Don't like having that on. I don't like giving myself more attack. I don't like giving myself more defense. I like putting the AI up to its highest strength, advanced. And that's how I do the custom setup here. I also like setting up the level up to maximum and the number of minion monsters, which are monsters with 1 HP to maximum. At higher levels, having lots of minion monsters can make fights a bit more exciting and exaggerated, for example, because you'll have things like fireballs starting at, I think, 5th or 6th level, if I remember right. So having lots of minion monsters to fry with said fireball is a lot of fun, in my opinion. I like adding an extra +1 to all ability scores every 10 levels. I like adding in that total defense also increases your saving throws. That attack of opportunities and cleave can make multiple attacks. That's pretty handy. I like giving all the core races +1 to their ability scores to make them a little less weak in comparison to humans, because humans are really good. I'm going to remove multi-class XP and class restrictions. Favorite enemy gets more damaged. Arrow of Death gets more use if I decide to go Assassin, which I think I'll go Duelist for our rogue. I like Duelist. And then I like cooldown mode for spells. This makes spell casting more like JRPGs than CRPGs. And I just kind of like that more. Alright, let's actually grab the paladin this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 6. Okay, let's try this again. 10 minutes in and we're finally playing. Alright. Juice. Kiwi strawberry. Alright, so this time we need to go to Sedville. Alright. Go check the job board, see if we got any going to Sedville. We don't. So I'm going to ignore that for now. I don't got no long spears, which is kind of sad. I do need more shields at some point. I'm going to get the tools, just because having enough tools lying around is pretty handy. Then we're going to go ahead and organize our inventory real quick. I like doing the auto merge stuff and the sort all bags. I love the music in this game. It's very simple. It's very basic. It's lightweight, but like it's thematically appropriate for the game. Oh, that's right. Now, I've done this so many times that I already know, like, this is the party I've played through the game with a couple of times already. And I've gotten up to level 18 before getting wiped out. So, you know, we'll see if we can get further. I don't know how long we'll play today. Oh, Sedville's right over here. Nice. I don't know how long we'll play today. And I don't know if I'll turn this into a full series. Okay, so the Adventurers Guild wants us to clear out 3 packs of wild monsters and do 3 quests and get to 5 reputation. We can do that. So what do we got for quests? We have 2 that are going to Rachel Berry here. That's gonna pay very well. Let's go to Rachel Berry. Let's grab that. And we'll grab that. Alright, where's Rachel Berry? It is to the southish here of us. Okay. Let's go see what kind of goods we have. I do want 1 more shield for the druid. So that way the druid can have a shield while meleeing. And yeah, I'm going to leave that on the wolf. Or am I going to go for the riding dog? I'm a real big fan of the riding dog, to be honest. We're going to go with the riding dog. He's a little rough around the edges, a bit ugly looking, but a good boy, nonetheless. Oh, a healer's kit and the thieves' tools. Those will be useful. Healer's kits, if you have them, will allow you to take the heal action. And then, of course, we need ammunition for our archers. We don't have a lot of bolts, so we're going to have to find somewhere to buy those. And then I think I feel pretty decently stocked up for our adventurer. I'm going to go ahead and buy what spell components I can afford. We'll get about 160. We still need enough to upkeep the party and all that. So we don't want to spend all of our money. You do need a little bit of it floating around for monthly expenses. Alright, so now we need to go to Rachel Berry and deliver some wheat. Rachel Berry appears to be this way along the road. I'm going to pause here. There's a search bolt down this way. Let's go take a look. Okay, so we searched through the house and we found rations. Alright. Now, if you do have more rations than you can technically carry, when you find some, it will just add it to the pool. So don't worry about carrying too much. I'm going to go over to this unvisited location next, because we have 9 days, to deliver the wheat. Okay, so there's a trap. We did trigger it. No, just some regular leather armor and some gold. Money is nice, though. Let's head back down this way towards the road. Okay, some badgers are attacking us. Let's go fight the badgers. Alright, I get to show you how I build this party. Now, this party is built around summoning. This party is all about summoning things, and just summoning more things, and just flooding the field with summons. That is our goal today. Now, we only have a certain number of summons active at once. Because of game balancing, I believe you can only have up to 4 summons at a time. I'm going to go ahead and move the cleric here, because otherwise they won't have line of sight on our fire elemental. And if no line of sight, no bless. And bless is good. Blessed be thy nature. So we're going to move our rogue on over here, and then we're going to defend. I don't think any enemies will get within melee range this turn. Summon another elemental. We got an earth elemental this time. Nice. Okay, we're going to have the druid summon some wolves. It's a bit of a crowded battlefield down there, which is a little aggravating. We're going to move the pupper on over this way to keep an eye on this passageway. Maybe some of the enemy will try to break through there. move the paladin over here, and we'll have him defend. So the defend action, I believe, gives you +2 armor class, saving throws, and defense against combat maneuvers. So, our spellcaster, both of your spells are on cooldown. I'm going to move you... let's move you by the rock behind the rogue. I don't got any potions to drink. I got no spells to cast. We'll yeet a crossbow bolt down range and see what happens. Alright. Our cleric is going to move up. And then we're going to cast Bane, which decreases the attack and saving throws of our opponents. Okay, so our rogue only has a 5% chance to hit in melee. I'm going to go ahead and, well, yeah, I'm going to swap to the crossbow and we're going to take a shot. And we missed, but that's okay. Yeah, not much our wizard can do either, because our spells are on cooldown. Okay, ranger, druid I mean. Druid's going to move over here by her pet and defend. Excuse me. Our pupper's going to work their way around the enemy, I think, and try to get behind them. I don't think the paladin's going to follow suit. I'm going to go ahead and set the paladin right here on defense. Alright. So, the wizard has their magic missile charged. Let's go fire one of those downrange. We actually did maximum damage with that magic missile, which is really nice. Okay, our cleric is ready. We're going to go ahead and cast Doom on one of these badgers. They saved. Doom would have been nice because it would have decreased their defenses. We're going to take a 5-foot step, which is a free action, and take a shot. We missed, but it's okay. This is low-level combat. You don't hit. You know, it's pretty. All right. How off on range were we? I think I can take a 5-foot step, and then oh no, still out of range. Okay, we'll just defend. I have to get closer. All right. Got to go down this way and take a shot. Very nice. All right, let's see. Can we get you? Haha! Pupper is on its way. I'm actually gonna have the paladin start working that way. Why not? I don't think the paladin will get there in time to do anything, but we'll see. We're gonna have the sorcerer take a step, take a shot, take a swing with the fire elemental. Cleric's only got a 35% chance of hitting. I'm going to attempt to step up and Doomify a badger. Very good, the badger is Doomified. I'm going to take a 5-foot step over this way and take a shot. Okay, wizard's going to step up and magic missile. Low-level combat is basically just slinging missiles at your opponents till they die. Once you start getting higher in level, you'll get access to more and more offensive spells like Acid Arrow and Scorching Ray and Fireball and all that fun stuff. But right now we don't really have much. And I did purposely build this party to focus on summoning and buffing. So at low levels, we don't really do much combat wise without the paladin, and right now the paladin is taking his sweet time getting to the enemy. All right, we found a rapier off of that, got some XP, got some, and we made quest progress. Nice. All right, let's keep working our way down the road here. Alright, Rachel Berry, we got stuff for you. Alright, we gotta go back to Sedville to get paid. Do you have any jobs that are going to Sedville? No, but you have 2 jobs going to Jeanburg, and we have 15 days to complete them. So I'm gonna go ahead... well, no, we can only pick up one of those. Go ahead and get more spell materials, because without spell materials, I cannot cast spells. I'm going to ignore both of those jobs since we need to head back to Sedville. Now, we do need crossbow bolts, so let me grab those. And grab a second healer's kit. Then, for a future quest, we need 10 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 10 of them now, because we'll need it in the future. And I've played enough of this game to know that. And I think I'm pretty satisfied here. Let's head back to Sedville. And I'll just click on Sedville, let the party auto travel on over there. Nice. Okay, pick up supplies. Don't forget to ever pick up supplies. Let's head to Harold Ham with these herbs. Okay. Oh my god, there's a +1 acid greatsword and I don't have the money. Oh, there's some really good stuff here, mate. This is, god, oh, such good stuff. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get us up to 5 tool sets, just in case we break one at any point. I don't have the money for a storage box yet. That's sad. Let's go ahead and level up. So our paladin is, of course, going to be a paladin. My goal here, I think, is to go for Blade Master. So I need 4 jump, 4 intimidate, and a bunch of feats. So 4 jump. Now, jump is not a trained skill. So that's gonna mean we're gonna level it up. It's gonna take 2 points each level to increase its rank. That is unfortunate. I don't want to spend that many. I don't want to spend all my points on a single thing. Alright, so knowledge skills are pretty cool. Knowledge skills have synergies, and I just accidentally scrolled back up. Knowledge skills have synergy. So for example, knowledge religion here, which we're about to put a point in. Once you have 5 points, you get +2 to your turning checks against undead. And at level 3 or 4, paladins get the ability to turn undead. So that sounds great. Knowledge nobility has the synergy skill that you get +2 to your diplomacy. So if we put a point in that, our diplomacy goes from 4 to 6. Lovely. 6 diplomacy is great. We also get our 6 hit points, 1 more armor class, another 5 in our fortitude, 4 more to reflex, 4 more to will, 1 more to our ranged, to all of our attacks. We get lay on hands and divine grace, meaning we get our charisma bonus, which is what's happening here, to our saving throws. So that's cool. Yep, we have +6 to hit now, 2d6 +4 with our maul. Now, I would prefer a weapon with reach. I would much prefer a weapon with reach. You are not selling a weapon with reach. That is fine. Alright, let's move on to leveling our cleric. So the cleric is more than likely going to stay just a cleric for like the entire game, because that will allow us to get 9th level spells eventually, which I really want. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab these knowledge skills this level, because at 5 points, history gives us +2 to bardic knowledge. So if we wanted to multi-class into bard, we would be better at it. And as we said with religion, we get our bonus against undead, and we're a cleric, so that's perfect. Arcana gives you +2 to spellcraft, so our spellcraft should be, it's 3 instead of 1 now, nice. And knowledge planes gives us bonuses to survival if we get teleported to another plane, which I have no idea if that'll happen or not in this game, because I've not gotten that deep yet. Alright, Druid. Druid is also likely going to remain Druid, though I might dip into Wizard at some point long enough to get level 2 arcane spells. So then we could prestige into Elemental Lord and get very powerful summons. Might do that. I don't know. We'll think about it. Alright, Wizard, Druid. Druid. We're going to go ahead and get our Knowledge Nature to 5, because that gives us a synergy to our survival checks, which is nice. Let's see, what else? I would like to get Listen and Spot boosted as soon as possible, because they are very useful to have. I'm going to go ahead and get Spellcraft and Swim maximized for this level. Then I'm going to put a point in Spot and Listen, and a point in Survival to maximize it for this level. And I think that'll be pretty good. I don't think any of these have synergy. Oh no, survival gives +2 to nature checks. So our nature should be, yeah, wow, look at that. Really good nature now, okay. I don't think swim gives us synergy. No, swim does not give us synergy. But it's nice to get most of your skills to 5 because it'll make most checks ridiculously easier, right? Now, if you get a skill to 10, for example, you can do what is called taking 10, which happens automatically in the game. If you were playing the tabletop version, you'd have to tell your DM, hey, I'm taking 10. And that means you take a 10, you act as if you've rolled a 10 on the dice, and you add your skill to it. The skill check, instead of only taking 1 minute in-game time, then takes 10 minutes to show that you're putting a dedicated amount of effort into whatever you're doing, and you get an automatic roll of 10. It's an old rule. I don't know if it's still in D&D 5th edition. I don't know if you can still take 10 in 5th edition, to be honest. Does knowledge local have a synergy? Ooh, +2 to gather information. Which is cool because it goes from a -1 to a +1. So that's nice. Okay. Now, I needed performance to at least 5 for the prestige class I'm going for. So we're going to do that. And then, of course, we are going to... what else do I want to do here, guys? What do I want to do? If I have 5 or more ranks in jump, I get +2 to tumble. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and get that to 5. Our tumble is really good now. We need at least 5 tumble for the prestige class I'm going for. Now our wizard, of course, we're going elemental lord. So we need spell focus with conjuration and augment summoning for feats. And then we need lots of knowledge in planes and arcana and diplomacy. So let's start off with, okay, diplomacy. I can't level up this level because it's not a skill we're trained in. You can only level up untrained skills every other level, if I remember correctly. Somebody can correct me on 3rd edition's rules if I'm wrong on that. We'll go ahead and get these knowledges boosted. Now, architecture and nobility, what do they boost as synergies? +2 to search for secret doors in containers, that's cool. And nobility gives nobility +2 to diplomacy. Alright, so I have 4 more points left. What do I want to grab? Well, our wizard doesn't need history or religion just yet, even though it would be nice to have those extra bonuses in the party. Not a bard, not a cleric, not a paladin. So let's see, what else can we get? Oh, knowledge local, +2 on gather information. That sounds great, let's grab that. So our gather information is now a 3. Cool. Alright, we also get spells. I'm going to grab mage armor. We already have summon elemental and magic missile. We need summon elemental for the prestige class we're going for. I'm going to get mage armor and I'm going to get fear this turn. Okay, and then our sorcerer will be pretty straightforward to level up. What do we need for dragon disciple? Because that's what we're doing for sorcerer. All we need is 8 ranks of knowledge arcana, not be a kobold. That's literally the only draconic race you could play. And you need to be able to speak draconic, which you need an intelligence of at least 12 for, which we have. And we've gone ahead and already picked draconic as a language at 1st level. So we don't got to worry about anything beyond putting as many points per level into arcana as we can. Because we're first going into 2nd level, we can only have a maximum skill rank of 5. So we can only put 1 point this level into that. Concentration allows us to cast spells in combat when we're engaged in melee. You make a DC 15 check, so you want to get your concentration to 15 basically as soon as possible to make that as easy. We're going to get bluff because it synergizes with +2 to diplomacy, intimidate, and sleight of hand. So we now have 7 diplomacy, 7 intimidate, and we get a little bit of sleight of hand. Where is that? 4 in sleight of hand. Very nice. Okay, as you can tell, sorcerers do not have a lot of different skills to choose from. We literally have what? Spellcraft, bluff, concentration, and arcana knowledge. That's it. Sorcerers don't know how to do much when it comes to skills. They're just really, are really good at becoming dragons. That's why you want a sorcerer, if you ask me, is the Dragon Disciple. Dragon Disciples are awesome. Okay, so we need to head to Haroldham. So if we head this way towards Rachelberry, I'm just gonna auto-click on it and we'll travel over there. I'm gonna go ahead and buy supplies and see if I can pick up some more spellcasting materials while I'm here. Just gonna stop on in and get supplies. Let's get some spellcasting materials. How much does 10 cost? That's gonna leave us a little broke, which is good, concerning. None of these quests go to Haroldham, so I'm just gonna ignore them. And we're gonna keep working our way down the road. And I'm gonna do this manually, because who knows, maybe we'll find a cabin. See what's in the cabin. Ooh, Potion of Rage, Sling Bullets, and money. I like money. Oh, here's another visitable. Let's go check it out. Ouch, trap. Ouch, oh god, it almost killed my wizard. Why? Okay, we're gonna camp, because I don't want the wizard to die from their wounds. And then we're gonna head over to Haroldham. Nice. Okay, so we have a bunch of jobs here. Ooh, we have 2 that go to Philipoli. Look at that. Let's grab both of those. Philipoli and Philipoli. We need to find some wild monsters while we're out and about to fight. Grab more spell components. And let's... Ooh, Masterwork Thieves Tools. Those will be very handy. There's a Masterwork Long Spear that I cannot afford. I am sad, because I wish to have it. What do I got that I could sell? I don't care about. See, I don't have a trade license with these guys, so I only get 75 gold for this. Not worth it. There are crafting skills you can learn, and we will need to do that at some point. Okay, I'm going to get up, and I'm going to take a break real quick. Don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe if you're enjoying this. And maybe a D&D fact in the comments section for algorithmic engagement. Okay, so we need to go to Philipoli, I think it was, which looks to be north of us. Okay, we have 2 healing kits. I think that's fine. Yeah, alright. So there's a visitable over here. Let's go check that out. Oh, a healing kit. Nice. Okay. There's a dungeon over here. We will get a quest to do dungeons later, but not yet, so we'll leave it alone. Let's head north towards Philipoli. Keeping our eye out for discoverables as we go. Hey, we got the trap. Oh, a +1 Psi. Unfortunately, we don't have a monk, so I don't really have a need for that. So we're full on jobs, but I'm going to go ahead and get supplies while I'm here. And we're going to check for... Yetimus Deletimus long spears, because I would love a long spear. I'm not finding long spear. Okay. Let's see. Let's head back to the road. Let's go check this. Check out this little hidey hole. Hey, we did it. Even though it wasn't that high of a success chance. Let's go. Just some money and bolts. That's fine. Keep going down the road here. There's some hobgoblins. You all want to see a pretty difficult early level fight? Let me drop a save. Let's go do this fight. This is going to be fairly difficult. Hobgoblins are pretty tough. They don't have a spellcaster though, So this won't be super difficult. Gonna go ahead and have the rogue delay. The enemy get closer. I'm gonna do a 5-foot step, because I don't know why you're in front. I gotta look at that. If we can get all of our summoners to go before the cleric this fight, that would be awesome, because then all of our summons will get buffed. I'm going to go ahead and drop the wolf right there. Okay, riding boy. I'm going to have the riding dog delay. And we're going to have the cleric buff, and then step this way and defend. Okay, paladin. You will step in front of the cleric and you will yeet that guy in the face. Mate, I have got to get you better. I'm gonna take a shot. Alright, dog boy here cannot get to the front lines. We'll just get over here, that's fine. Sorcerer, let's just take a shot. Hey, there's one down. Alright, Wizard, you're gonna mage armor yourself. Now, mage armor in 3rd edition, or at least in this version of 3rd edition, can be cast on other people. It doesn't have a cast of only yourself, like it does in 5th edition. So, having a mage, or a sorcerer, or both, that can cast mage armor early on is really nice. We're gonna go ahead and doom. Nice. Okay. Cleave, baby. Okay, paladin. 45. Yeah, you're the only one I can get to, so we'll go for that. I'm gonna have the rogue move here. Yeah. I'll only get to this one, that's fine, we'll try it. Magic Thine Missile. Let's go for this guy. Only 2 points of damage. Bleh. These boulders are not helping us maneuver. Let's Magic Thine Missile at this one, and we'll step this way. Why did I click delay? I meant to hit defend. Whoops. Oh well. The druid that I keep calling ranger for some reason. I usually like having a ranger in the party, but I've been trying out the sorcerer lately, because Dragon Disciple is pretty cool. But it does make the party a lot squishier. You have way less oomph without a ranger, right? Let me turn the music down. Holy crap. That is a loud song. Hello. Alright, let's try 15%. That should be better. Shot at that guy. Yeah, Pupper will bite. That's one. You are on cooldowns. Ah, that's right, because I messed up. Yeah. Oh, we hit with a 5% chance. Wow, okay. What'd you roll during? Oh, you rolled a nat 20. Nice. Okay. Throwing hammer, Morningstar, composite longbow. Very nice. Let's head over to this house to check it out. Oh, the house has enemies in it. Before we attack those enemies, let's do some equipment. So we have a throwing hammer for our paladin. Now, my long run goal for the paladin is two-handed weapons. That's the goal, is two-handed weapons. This is a D8 times 2. This is a D8 times 2, but weighs more. So we're gonna do the Morningstar because it weighs less. So that'll help with encumbrance. Now, I didn't look to see... Okay, you have not gotten any new friendly pets. Expand this. That's why you can't hit the broadside of a barn yet. I have not gotten you weapon finesse. Okay. Let's give you the mace. Why not? I will give the dagger to the paladin to yeet at somebody. Alright, let's do this fight. I'm gonna delay. Kinda use the cleric as bait here. Maybe not the smartest thing ever, but it'll be fine. Me and elemental friendo out. Get me, what do we got? More wolves? Wolves still. Okay, we haven't leveled up yet to get anything else. That's fine. Not rolling that well so far, but that's okay. What do we got? Our wizard. Yeah, summon. Alright. Let's go whack-a-mole. That guy, very nice. 50% chance to hit. It's not great, but we'll try it. Yay, and we got it off. Let's go. Okay. So, cleric could attack, but I'm not in melee, so I'm going to cast Bane and try to debuff our opponents. Okay, you are in need of something to shoot at. We're gonna shift on over this way. Nope. Sorcerers gain spells slower than wizards, but they, in theory, if they hit, when they hit, tend to hit harder with their spells. Not to mention the Dragon's Disciple prestige class exists, and that's the entire reason why I go Sorcerer. It's for the Dragon Disciple. Turns your squishy spellcaster into a medium kind of melee character. It's with a breath weapon. It's pretty cool. 70, 60. Yeah, we'll go for this one. And we'll go for this one. I will cast Doom on that one. Magic Thine Missile, and let's go for this one. You, my friend. Does anyone really need healing? No, not really. Alright, we'll take a 5-foot step and take a shot. And take a bite. They really don't like the wolf this fight, do they? Nice. Okay. Ooh, what do we get? A Cloak of Charisma. You know who that's going to. That's going to either our Sorcerer or our Paladin. I think I'm going to give that to our Paladin. Better Divine Smite. Alright. Let's see here. Let's buy some supplies. No one going to Philippali here. Ooh. Long spears. Wrong button. Long spears. Long spears. Because they have reach, which is awesome. And I love reach. Alright. Let's go ahead and give the Morning Star to the Sorcerer because it's lighter than the Heavy Mace. And I'm going to go ahead and sell some stuff while we're here. I'm holding on to the +1 item till we have a trade license with somebody, so that way we can get better price for it. Okay, now we need to head back to Haroldham. And we also leveled up, very nice. I'm gonna buy 20 supplies for our spellcasters. Okay, we're heading back to Haroldham, so I'll take that. +1 tool set, I'll take that. Can't afford the +1 spear, that'd be dope, but nope. We only have 2 potions, but I can't afford those because I just spent money. Alright, let's level up. So we got our 5 in religion and nobility, so I'm going to ignore those for now. See the Sense Motive. Sense Motive gives us +2 to Diplomacy, so we're going to start leveling up Sense Motive next. Okay. So I don't have enough Dexterity for Dodge or Mobility, which I need for my Prestige class. So I have to keep that in mind. So instead, let's go down to Weapon Training. Nope, nothing there that I want. Okay. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So you already have Weapon Focus. I want to go two-handed fighting, but I have to be level 5. Ooh. Oh, I know what I want to do. Hold on, weapon training. Not weapon training. Power attack, because it'll lead to cleave, which will allow us to make multi-attacks when we kill things, which is cool. Alright, cleric. What do we got? We got your knowledge is at 5, so that's fine for now. We do need to give you the ability to concentrate when you're casting spells in combat, so we should probably work on that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on concentration. Then we're going to go into spell feats, and we're going to get combat casting. So you have +4 to concentration when casting spells in melee. I then want to go with, let's see. I think we're going to grab endurance so we can sleep in our armor. Although, hold on, I never noticed that this actually doesn't do anything in the game at the moment, so I've been picking that for no reason. Me, just playing the game like it's tabletop and not reading if it actually does anything in the game yet. Oops. Well, in that case, we're going to get self-sufficient for +2 to heal and survival checks. So that gives you a 6 to your heal, which is pretty okay. It's not great, but it'll do. The DC for heal checks is your target's constitution score, so do keep that in mind. I think because we're gonna do some dungeons here soon, I'm gonna go ahead and get Spot and Listen boosted as much as I can. We want to go under spell feats and get spell focused conjuration to buff our summons. We should have, nope, no new animal companions yet. Alright. Now, here we need to focus on Perform 3, Tumble 5, Dodge Mobility, Weapon Finesse. Got it. Okay. So because I want to do some dungeons soon, let's go ahead and get our Search maximized and our Spot maximized. Then we needed Mobility and Weapon Finesse. I'm gonna go under Weapons Training, and we're gonna get, not Weapons Training, hold on. Melee Combat Training, and we're gonna get Weapon Finesse. This will increase her melee attack to equal her dexterity instead of her strength. With certain weapons, like the Rapier, for example, is a finesse weapon, which means it can use dexterity if you have Weapon Finesse. If you don't have Weapon Finesse, it uses strength, which is why she cannot hit the broadside of a barn. But hopefully, she can hit the broadside of a barn now. So that's cool. Alright, Wizard. Again, we need to focus on Arcana as much as possible for our Prestige class. So we'll go ahead and put a point in Arcana. We also need Planes for our Prestige class. So we'll put a point in Planes. Then, because I want to do dungeons here soon, we're going to put get our Dungeoneering to 5. Because that should give us a synergy bonus of +2 to survival checks. Underground, and most of your dungeons are underground, so that'll be handy dandy. And then I'm going to spend points on getting our concentration. Alright, let's go under spell feats. We already have spell focus on conjuration and augment summoning, we're now going to get greater focus on conjuration to make our summons even better. Alright, we now have access to level 2 spells. We're going to grab Fox's Cunning because wizards use intelligence to cast their spells. So getting more intelligence or a spell that will buff our intelligence sounds really good. We'll get Acid Arrow for some damage as well. Alright, Sorcerer. We also need to just focus on boosting your Arcana for the subclass, the Prestige class. We'll then put a point in Spellcraft, point in Bluff, and look at that, a point in Concentration, and that's literally all the skills you have. That's just your job, that's your job. We're then going to get Augment Summoning to buff our summons. That sounds lovely. And we'll get Mage Armor to protect ourselves. Alright, yeah. Alright, where are we going? Heraldham. Back to the south. To Heraldham. Okay, is there anything intriguing to visit while I'm here? There's this unmarked location here. Let's go check it out. Oh, lockpicks. That's kind of neat. Let's head over to this little fellow. We'll get our supplies restocked. And I did get long spears, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so this cannot be revisited for another 6 days. That's fine. Okay. Let's just go ahead and click directly on Heraldham and head on over there. Oh, hold on. Did I visit this? No, I did not. Not just a couple supplies. That's fine. That's cool. Alright, Herald. Herald! I don't know why I had to do that. What's this? Day 30, okay. Did we ever go here? Yeah, we did, okay. We'll get another 10 supplies. We're heading to Philippoli. No quests for that. That's fine. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't see anything I want. Yeah, if you right click, it brings up this context menu and you can just... Yep. Oh no, the town is on fire. Let's use our survival skill to try to put the fire out. Hey, we were successful when we got a masterwork battle axe out of that. Oh, dope. And the people greet us warmly. They are pleased, for we have put out the fire. I don't think there's anything I want to buy here. Now, who can use the battle axe that I actually want to use the battle axe? The answer is nobody. So we'll hang on to that to sell to a town once we have trade rights with a town. Ooh, what's this? Hello. What's in the box? Ah, some gold. Okay. See, that resets on day 30. We're not there yet. This resets day 30. We're not there yet. Hey, bunch of level ups. Let's go. Armand, Timothy Paulus, Jenberg. How much is this worth? 200 gold for, yeah, okay, we'll go deliver goods to Timothy. We'll have to find a fight to do along the way, because we still need to kill one more wild monster. Alright, level 3. Okay, so we need Dex for feats, so we're going to grab Dex. We wanted to get this to 5, because it boosts diplomacy. Alright, Cleric, we're going to boost your wisdom. Then I want to maximize your concentration, which leaves us 1 point. I'm thinking we put that in heal. Yeah, I think heal is going to be the next skill we kind of work on. Alright, Druid. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab Wisdom for your spellcasting ability. I'm going to get your heal to 5. And your concentration to 5. And spell feats, we're going to get augment summoning, so your summons are even stronger. Okay, now we have new summons from having a higher level. And I think I want to do one of the 2 kitty cats. Oh, they're basically identical. The leopard just does slightly more damage. Okay. And the leopard has pounce and rake. Let's grab the leopard. Let's do the leopard. That sounds cool. Okay, Tom Gallows. Let's see. Let's grab your dexterity, because that's your main thing. Knowledge locals at 5. A bunch of these have synergy. I want to go ahead and get your open lock and your disabled device maximized. Your search and your spot and your listen, because we're going to do some dungeons here soon. Dungeons are our next step after finishing this quest. I'm going to get your intelligence. Actually, yeah, we'll get intelligence, yeah. Let's get your concentration up. Let's get survival synergy from knowledge nature to allow us to do better when we're traveling around. Let's actually take one of those points out because we need the planes to be at 8 for our prestige class. So let's go ahead and do 1 point in Arcana, 1 point into the planes, and then just 3 points into nature. That'll be fine. Alright, let's go into level 2. We're going to get Cat's Grace, because dexterity equals armor class. And then we'll get Scorching Ray for damage. Alright, Sorcerer. Get your Charisma, because that's most important to you. Then you only have enough skills for me to really do a very minor amount of sprinkling with, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and get you Eagle's Splendor, because Charisma is your primary spellcasting modifier. Being able to buff your Charisma sounds great. Alright, Timothy, where are you at? You're this way? Timothy? Timothy's that way. Okay, Timothy. No jobs for Timothy. Okay. To Timothy. Oh, there's a giant ant queen. Yes, we're gonna go handle the ant queen. If it will not run away from us. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Take a quick break. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment about D&D, and I'll be right back after taking a quick break. I think I need to make fresh coffee at some point too, but I think we'll go another half hour and then I'll make coffee. Alright, let's see. What's even open still if I wanted to DoorDash something to eat? I mean, I should probably just go throw something in the oven. Because it's like 1 a.m. Alright, big solo giant ant queen. Let's see what we got. Okay, so our druid has some new spells. Lots of new stuff. I'm not gonna summon turn 1. I'm actually gonna Owl's Wisdom. And our bad friend is there. So let's see. Let's put you like right there. Yeah, let's put you right there. And then I'm gonna move your leopard in front of you and put leopard on defense. Okay. Now, why do I summon and not move with wizard and sorcerer? Well, the summon spell is a full action, meaning you cannot move, you cannot attack, you cannot do anything but summon. It's literally that's it. That's all you can do. Okay, I'm gonna move the cleric here because I think, yep. Okay, we'll get the elemental with bless that way. Very good. Okay, and we'll get another summon. Whack. Very nice. We're gonna go ahead and put the rogue behind the rock. What do I got for potions? Raging Cure Wounds? Yeah, we'll just have you defend. We'll then move the paladin here. And we've already blessed the party. So I'm gonna have the paladin divine favor thine self for +1 to attack. Alright, turn 2 with the druid. We're gonna go ahead and summon what eats ants. Giant ant. If I was a giant ant, what would I be afraid of in the wildlife? We're gonna go with a bear. Go ahead and move the wizard a bit closer, and then we're gonna buff thine intelligence. Go ahead and have the cleric buff their wisdom and step up a little bit, because clerics use wisdom for spell casting. Have the sorcerer buff their charisma and move over here. I had better line of sight. Alright, rogue. You only get a 45% hit chance. It's kind of sad, but okay, we'll go for it. And we'll see if we hit. Well, 7 damage, that's a lot. Let's go ahead and buff ourselves. Now, the druid buffs their animal companion every time they buff themselves. So if you cast Owl's Wisdom, Bull's Strength, Cat's Grace, any of those on yourself, it'll also get casted on your animal companion. This also applies for things like Haste, Blur, and Stone Skin. So you can really beef up your animal companion. Okay, so we have an 85 hit chance with our Acid Arrow. We're going to go for that. Acid Arrow briefly decreases the target's armor class for like 2d4 turns. I don't know. It rolled a 2. So it'll decrease its armor class for 2 turns. If I remember right. Do you count for hold person? You do not count for hold person. Okay. I'm going to move up with the cleric, and we're going to buff the paladin's charisma, because more charisma on a paladin is good, hopefully. Well, magic-y missile, and you have magic resistance, so that's kind of sucks, but okay. Alright, stabby stab, nice. Stabby stab, very nice. Let's take a 5-foot step. Let's buff our dexterity, also buffing the dexterity of the leopard. Now, I don't know if your self-buffs also apply to your summons. No idea. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. I'm going to go ahead and buff your dexterity. I'm going to go ahead and buff the paladin's strength, because strength also benefits paladins. You are going to mage and armor yourself. this turn. Why not? Nice. All right, cool. What do we get? Nothing particularly great. But we did complete the quests. So we're going to go ahead and finish our delivery to Timothy Paulus, which is right on over here. Cool. And then we're going to head back to the guild hall, and we're going to be like, hey, bro, we finished the jobs. What's up? Wow, we can sell the figs for 480 here and the butter for 320. Holy crap. They don't have enough money for me to sell both. So I'm going to sell the butter here for 320. That's great. I don't need the simple tools. I thought about it, but I don't need it. Alright, so where is our guild hall? Our guild hall is Haroldham. Let's head on back that way. It's a very long journey back, and I'm not honestly paying attention to goody huts, like I ought to, as I like to call them. These little searchable spots. Take a lot of damage there? No. Oh, we only got leather armor out of that and some gold. That kind of sucks, but okay. The loot is entirely based off of your level, so the loot should, in theory, improve as you improve. Let's head down to the road. Ooh, wait. What do we got? Ooh, Masterwork Battle Axe. Neat. I kind of want to know what's along this road, so we're going to follow it. Can we afford that? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I believe none of these are where I'm going. So I'm not going to bother, because we're heading back to... I'm going to grab that there. We're going to grab that. I kind of want a trade license with this guy at some point. Wrong button. Wrong button. Where's my audio button? Where's my options? The audio for this game can be a bit strong. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back down a little bit more. I do really like the music, but if you can't hear me, that's bad. Alright, to Harold. 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 Oh, the town is under attack. Let's defend it. Enemies? I see none. We will delay. Oh. Ho ho ho. Go ahead and buff the party. This might be pretty tough. Elf scouts have fairly high armor class. I am not particularly a fan of this situation, to be honest. Oh, that's a cleric. They have a spellcaster. That's gotta die. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the summons I can out. Let's go with a badger. Yeah, like I said, elves, they have armor class for days. Let's go for this one. Nice! We did it! None of these people have particularly high levels of armor class, which is really nice to see. Nor do they have a lot of hit points. Okay, the cleric is immune to that. That is, I don't know. Fine, hold person that one. Ow! That actually hurt. I don't like that. That hurt. That's annoying. Please die? No? Oh, okay. Let's buff my intelligence, and we're gonna back up a little bit. Nice! I have no idea what that cleric's gonna do. Okay, that cleric's just gonna remove the hold, which saddens me, but okay. Yes, beat on the cleric, please. I'm gonna move the druid on up here. Now, I don't recall if my druid has enough heal to do a check on our paladins. We're just gonna buff our wisdom. We'll go after this one. Why not? 35, 40, 15. We'll go after this guy. Oh, you have damage reduction. That's terrifying. Okay. You have damage reduction. Okay. I'll go ahead and attempt to Bane. I did not Bane the Cleric, but I did Bane the 2 Rogues. Yeah, you're gonna... No? No, okay. I'm gonna Acid Arrow. Actually, do I want to try Scorching Ray? No, Scorching Ray is too short range. Well, Acid Arrow then. That missed. Ow. It's very impolite of you, good sir or madam. Have a magic missile. Oh, hey, we're high enough level that we shoot 2 missiles at once now. Nice. Let us buff our dexterity for the sake of our friendo. Yes, go Badger, go. No, no. Okay. 30, 25. We'll try that one. Cleric, heal the paladin, please. And then we'll have you take a 5-foot step up. Excuse me. We'll go after this one. Let's see. Your intelligence is already buffed. So let's go with Dex. Yeah, I need to throw some food in the oven. That's for sure. Apparently I need to eat. Thanks ADHD for finally letting me know. Let's step up. I already have a summon out. Let's go ahead and buff the strength of our leopard. Badger, badger, badger. No? No badger? Okay. How about leopard? No? No leopard? Okay. How about you? No? Why do you guys have so much AC? Like, good lord. Let's try to step up and charisma buff the paladin. Step over, stab, and miss. Alright, these guys are avoiding a lot of our hits, so we're gonna just start pelting them with magic missiles. Because they need to hurry up and die. And magic missile is really good at that. This magic missile doesn't care about your armor class. Magic missile just cares about your spell resistance. And if you don't got spell resistance, magic missile wants to say hello. We'll go ahead and buff our constitution. Why not? More HP is never a bad thing. And like +4 con is, I think, 10 is like 2 HP. It's not much. It's something. It might be more than that depending on like how much your constitution is to begin with. Ow, cleric. Step over there. Oh god, I didn't step far enough away. Okay, well try to punch that. Try to punch that. No. Well, let's give you mage armor, because we might need it. Let's give you mage... Oh, you already have mage armor. Let's give mage armor to the druid. Yes! One less. Let us buff the dexterity of the rogue. Badger, badger, badger. Badger! Abby? No? Sorry. What about you? Sure, ram it. Ow! Cleric, don't die. Step over there and heal yourself. Stab? Stab. Oh, nothing worth the loot. But we did level up. Yeah. Yeah, we did level up. Okay. Paladin! Let's get our sense motive to 5, because that buffs our diplomacy. I'm gonna give you some points in... heal. Okay. Clerici, clerici, clerici. We need more heal. We're gonna give you more points in heal. We're gonna get your heal up, because we need more heal. Okay, druid. thinking we're going to do spot and listen, because I'm going to do a dungeon here soon, I'm hoping, because we're about to turn in the quest that will allow us to get the quest that will allow us to do dungeons. If that made any sense. I'm going to focus on dungeon skills, which is spot, listen, search, open lock, and disable device in the case of our rogue here. And I think use rope might help too. Hold on, let me look. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's start ranking up Bluff to 5, because that gives some synergy bonuses, so that sounds pretty good. We need to get our diplomacy to 4 in order to get our prestige class. Spell feats. What do we got? I might get combat casting, though. If your wizard is in melee, it's probably doomed. You're probably dead. What I could do? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, like we can get magical aptitude. Yeah, more spellcraft can't be bad. Yeah, we could do that, or I could just go to spells and get evocation boosted. Let's get evocation boosted. Most of your DPS, your damaging spells, are evocation. We do have access to 3rd level spells now. Let's grab Dispel Magic, and let's grab Fireball. Those are going to be really useful. Okay. So we need to grab Arcana, as always. There we go. Alright. So we already have Eagle's Splendor. Let's grab Acid Arrow, so we have something that's damage for level 2. We also get another level 1 spell. I'm going to grab Cause Fear. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but it might be handy. Okay. Is this short sword 19 to 20? 18 to 20, okay. Okay. We have 2K. We could get a storage box. Don't really need it yet. Gonna go ahead and get the trade license. I don't have enough reputation. I need more rep. Okay. Well, in that case, since we need a reputation... Wait, this is not the city where we turn the quest in. This is not the city where we turn the quest in. Guys, what was the original city? Was it Sedville? I already forgot. I think it was Sedville, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Sedville. See, it's got the question mark. I'm dumb. Alright, let's head over to Sedville then. Ooh, can we visit this? No, not yet. Hello, Sedville. Alright. So, let's get the +2 full plate. Let's get the +2 full plate. Now, why did I do double full plate? Well, Paladin uses it, and Cleric uses it. So, now the Paladin and the Cleric have really good armor class. So, that's awesome. We don't have the reputation yet to get trade license. But I'll go ahead and sell the basic non-magical items. Just to help us make a little bit of income. We can start training some skills. I'll go ahead and get a storage box, even though I don't have anything to store yet. And we'll put a bit of money into the bank so we can start getting interest. Okay, now we need to go do a dungeon. Okay, dungeon. I think once we finish the dungeon, that will be today's episode. Let's head on over here. So it wants us to do a dungeon that's up this way. We'll go do the dungeon it's recommending. Why not? What do we get? Gold? Gold is good. Alright. Dungeon. Dungeon. Drop a save. Let's take a long rest because I have no idea if we need it or not. Might as well though. Okay, here are your dungeons. They're pretty basic, simple layouts. There are rooms. Rooms have fights. Rooms have loot. Rooms have nothing. It's random. And most of your dungeons have 2 or 3 levels, sometimes more, sometimes less. And your goal is to go through the dungeon and clear it without dying, preferably. Without dying is sometimes harder than it sounds. It's got a dire wolf going. Wait, where'd you come from? Oh, you little bitch. Alright, I'm gonna delay with the druid. Because there's something standing next to me and I don't want to cast a spell and get stabbed in the process. What are you fuckers? Hobgoblin recruits. Okay, I'm gonna delay. I cannot delay again with the rogue because I've already delayed once. Damn it. Okay. No bless for you. Alright, let's get the dire wolf. Actually, I might have... yeah! I got access to prayer. Prayer does both Bane and Bless in the same spell. It's awesome. I love prayer. Prayer is so good. Yeah, let's run over here and fight that one. Nice. Okay. Smash. Smash. Oh, nope, miss. Okay. Stab. Stab. Yeah, damn it. Okay. Let's go ahead and buff the leopard. Okay, so if I have access to prayer, I also have access to Searing Light, which does not have much of a 2-hit chance, so never mind. Can I hold person? Let's hold person. You are already buffing dying self end. Let's go with an acid arrow. Nice. Dead. Acid arrow? Not that great of a hit chance. Let's go ahead and do magic thine missile then. We got 3 missiles now. Oh, ho, ho. Look at us moving up in the world. Bitey, bitey, bite. Not my druid. Okay. Alright. I got a +1 falchion and a heavy belt pouch with stuff in it. A bunch of potions. I like potions. Potions are cool. I'm gonna go ahead and rest. We took a bit of a beating that fight. And I'm not on any kind of timetable, so we'll just rest. Ooh, a trap. Oh god, the trap. Okay, so we need to get our search and our spotting and all that boosted. It's not high enough at the moment. That is what I'm learning. 85%. Hey, we did it. Javelins. Monsters. Undead. The dead, they walk. Let's bless the party. I'm gonna stick the paladin here. I'm going to delay with the rogue. Bludgeoning damage is the most useful against undead, so we're going to grab an ape. And the ape is going to punch them, sanely. Go bite this one. You shall get me a summoned elemental, my friend. Thank you. Now, spotting is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse here because of these boulders when it comes to casting prey, so that kind of sucks. A 5-foot step. I'm going to go find my prey. We're going to get that going. Have the rogue move over here and defend. Nice, mighty bitch. Nice, okay. Now, I believe the gorilla uses strength, so we're gonna buff that. Oh, not that. We're using a leopard. Whoops. Oh well, it's fine. Nom 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 nom. Intelligence. Nice. Charisma. Punch, punch, punch. Okay. You know what? I don't get to use Turn Undead very often, so Turn Undead. At this level, it really doesn't do much except for a fear effect, so meh. For some reason, none of my dudes got like attacks of opportunity out of that. I was expecting attacks of opportunity. I guess because they were only 5-foot steps. That would make sense. Padded armor. Okay. Treasure! What's in the box? Composite bow and some crafting materials. Nice. Okay, so if this is a fight, I'm going to take a rest before we do it. Nope. Okay. Big dungeon. That's a layout. Alright, we're going to take a rest before we go to the next floor. It's been another half hour. I did say I was going to take another break in another half hour. So I'm going to go ahead and get us to the next room. And then I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in about 5-ish minutes. I'm going to make some coffee, use the restroom. Don't forget to leave a like, a subscribe if you're new here, and of course, you know, a comment about D&D maybe. Or, I don't know, CRPGs in general. Okay. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Or, you know, get up and stretch your legs and then come back yourself. Okay, part 1 of my break, use a restroom. Part 2, put food in oven. Part 3, make coffee. So, like, give me another 5 minutes. It's so cold. So, like, right now I have the heat turned off at the house. So it's like 60, 58 degrees inside the house, Fahrenheit. For you Europeans, that's, I don't know, I'd have to look it up. I really need to learn how to do that conversion. Because, like, if I'm going to be a content creator, I have to be able to talk to both sides of the audience, you know? Alright, coffee's making. We're going to let it brew. We're going to keep going while we wait. Ooh, a fight. What do we got? We got a couple of bugbears. Oh, well, bugbears, huh? I'm going to go with a lion this fight. Let's see how the lion does. The lion does great. Holy crap. Oh, let's go after this guy. Why not? I'm going to have the rogue delay. Sorcerer, get me a summon. I opted to order some Whataburger for breakfast because, like, I don't know, it's 2 in the morning. Whataburger's open 24/7, and a spicy chicken sandwich just sounded really goddamn good right now with how cold it is. It's like, I think outside, let me check, I think it was like 30. It was below freezing, I know that much. Yeah, what is it right now? Oh, Google of mine. No Google of mine. Actually, it's warmer than I thought. It's 42 right now, so it's above freezing by a wee bit. And it's like 58 in the house right now. I'm gonna go ahead. Because Bless and Pray are both stacked, so that ends up being +2 to your attack, which is really great. Yeah, Prayer only lasts 5 turns, and then Bless lasts 20. So, let's move on over here. We'll take a stab. Didn't think we'd hit, that's okay. Let's go ahead and buff our leopard with more dexterity. Noise, good job, lion friend. Take a 5-foot step, we'll take a bite. Nice. Take a 5-foot step. We'll go ahead and buff our charisma. I just like moving at least 5 feet every turn, even if the battlefields are like really small like this. I don't know why. If you can at least move a little bit, you should always move, because it just makes sense to me from games I've played with tile set based kind of stuff like this. It just always made sense in my head to always keep moving. Ah, we missed with the searing light. I really was hoping that wouldn't miss. The Paladin don't miss, though, that's for sure. Let's buff the strength of the leopard. No, 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 no. Let's take a 5 foot, take a bite. Very nice. Alright, we're going to take a... Whoa, hello, friend. Also this. Whoa, hello, halberd. And that. I ringed... Oh my god, and we leveled up. Alright. I wish that was a +1 halberd, but I'll take it. Now, why do I love the halberd for the paladin so much? First, it's got reach, which means you can hit targets up to 2 squares away. Second, you get +1 to attack and damage rolls when you charge. Third, you get +2 bonus on trip attacks. And your trip attacks do not provoke opportunity attacks. Yeah. Trip things, stab things, murder and tenderize. Sorry, it makes me happy. Okay, so we have our sense motive to 5, like I want. Does diplomacy have a synergy? No. It gets synergies, but it doesn't have one. Oh, you get +2 to ride checks. Okay, yeah, let's, well... I kind of want to keep focusing on heal. But I also want to put points in diplomacy. I'm going to start on handle animal. We'll get it to 5. Oh, look, we can get dodge finally. Let's grab that. That's +1 armor class. Very nice. Alright, Mizor Cleric. What do we got? We need more concentration so you can cast spells while in melee and not get absolutely tenderized doing it. More spellcraft, maybe? Yeah, it allows you to use scrolls better, which would be fine for advance. You don't actually get scrolls directly in-game yet. They haven't added those from what I know. But, like, when they do, might as well get into the... Oh, we can get two-handed weapon fighting? I was also thinking about power attack. That way we can get down to cleave. Oh, I can smell my coffee. I have to go get it. It is done. Or we get weapon focus for +1 to attack. That's not terrible. The other thing we get is spell penetration. Oh, maybe we should get enchantment, because that buffs bless, doesn't it? Or is it conjuration that does that? No, it's abjuration that buffs bless. I don't see prayer in there, do you? I don't see prayer in there. Hold on. Where's this? Oh no, I get 2. Oh, let's do weapon focus and abjuration. Shield of faith, protection, entropic, move fear, dispel magic. Maybe it isn't abjuration that I want. Conjuration buffs cure wounds, so we can get conjuration. I don't want a buff for bless. That's what I want. Oh, here it is. Bless and prayers enchantment. Let's go with that. So let's get weapon focus and enchantment focus, so we can buff the party better. Okay. Druid. Before I level you up, I'm going to go get coffee, double check that my internal storage tanks are empty, and then we're going to keep going for a little bit. So don't forget to hit that like button. I will be right back here in a second. Let's grab heal. Okay, maybe I'm gonna... Okay, before I get the ADHD and, like, never get up. Alright. You know, I don't know what kind of metal these spoons, my backup spoons, are made out of, but they float. My primary spoon, my 404 construction grade stainless steel spoons, they do not float. They sink. They are heavy. So we're going to max out our conjuration, because summons. And yeah, that's the druid. The druid was really easy. Okay, rogue, how are you doing? Still heading for the duelist, so we need dodge, mobility, weapon finesse. Disable device. Open locks. More search, more spot, more listen, because we're doing dungeons. And then I wanted to get, what was it? Sense motive, I think it was? Yeah, because it's +2 to diplomacy. Yeah, diplomacy. Then bluff was also a +2 to diplomacy. I think bluff boosted other stuff. Intimidate and sleight of hand as well. Ooh, okay, what's our sleight of hand at? 7? Oh, nice. That's really nice. You synergize with anything? No, but you get buffed by synergy. Okay. Alright, Rogue, you needed mobility for your prestige class, so let's go ahead and grab that. Mobility gives you +4 AC against attacks of opportunity and +4 to your reflex saves against area effects like Fireball. We have a composite short bow, that's kind of cool. Alright, the Wizard. What do we got? Wizard. Definitely want to keep getting your concentration out. Let's finish off. Yeah, let's get at least geography to synergize. Yeah. I'm not going to get these two yet. We do need Arcana and Planes to, I believe it was 8 for the prestige class. Let's do that. Then let's go with Decipher Script, perhaps? Yeah, because that increases our use magic device. Let's do that. Then we're going to get Greater Spell Focus Evocation. So that our evocation spells are deadlier. And speaking of evocation spells, let's get Lightning Bolt. Then I think we'll get Haste, because Haste counteracts the effects of Slow. And it also is a really good buff spell, because it gives you an extra attack per round and other stuff. Alright, we can become a Dragon Disciple this level! Let's go! Woo! Alright, so Dragon Disciple, our HP will go up pretty big. Goes from a D4 to a D12. You only get 10 levels in Dragon Disciple, well, that's fine. Your Fortitude and Will go up. Our base attack bonus will go up. Our skill points per level do not go up, but we gain more skills. Don't get anything here. And we get +1 to our armor and +1 spell. Alright, and I'm going to go with a Line of Fire. So I like fire and I like lines. Lines are easier to hit enemies with without hitting your party members. So we're going to do that. Now we do have a an absolute ton of new stuff here when it comes to skills. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on, oh boy, what do I want to work on first? Okay, we already have Arcana. I think I'm going to go with Nobility and Royalty first. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And we'll get Greater Spell Focus, Conjuration. So our summons are even better. Love it. Okay, we're going to give this +2 damage elemental ring to the wizard. So that Scorching Ray and Acid Arrow will do 2 more damage. That's fine. Oh, and it'll also affect Fireball and Lightning Bolt. So that's cool. Yeah, we'll give it to the wizard. Okay, let's double check the rest of the gear that we've recently gotten. Let's go ahead and swap the Morningstar out for the spear. Now. Let's go over to our rogue. Let's put some arrows on you. Let's grab the composite bow. We're doing 9 and a d10 or 9 and a d6 plus 1. We'll make you an archer. Why not? It's less damage, but nobody else is using arrows, I'm pretty sure, so we'll make you the archer. Yeah. That'll be fine. Alright, the druid's got nothing new I can equip. Neither does the cleric. And neither do the paladin. Alright, where's our next room? Let's go over there. Aha, trap. Hey. Yeah. Monsters. Ooh, bunch of ants. Alright, we're gonna delay. Of course you're gonna step up and get next to my cleric. That's... let's see if we have invested enough in concentration, shall we? Hey, we got it off. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to take a 5-foot and whack-a-mole. Summon, please. Nice. Summons, please. I could move over here. I will. And we'll heal the the rogue, and that will end the bleed effect. Let's see if we can get another spell off this turn. Yeah, let me see. What do we got? We got bestoweth a curse. Let's try to blind this guy. And that did not work. Oh no, it did work. Okay. We're gonna have you take a 5-foot over there. Try to hit that guy. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, you're in melee, aren't you? We're gonna cast Mage Armor then? Okay, very good. And we're gonna... Oh, the guy was blinded, so I don't have to worry about it. I forgot about that. Oh well. Dude's dead. It's fine. Let's have you try to move out of the way. Ouch. Okay. Druid. Let's go ahead and go with the Cats of the Grace. Stick you in front of the wizard and take a bite. Motherfucker. Get off mine! We're gonna have to take a rest after this fight. We are kind of getting hammered. Oh, I'm gonna 5-foot step to get out of melee, and then I'm gonna try to light this fucker on fire. And I succeeded. Murday. Let's try to Mage Armor. Ow! But we succeeded. Kill it! Kill it with fire! Thank you. Ooh! Neat. We're gonna take a rest after that fight. That was pretty tough. Okay, what do we got here? Now we got some armor. Can we use it on anybody? 4 and 4, 3 and 5, 2 and 8. We might want to hold on to that. Yeah. Alright. On to the next row. Treasure! Ooh, throwing hammer. Throwing hammer. Actually, speaking of throwing things, the more I think about throwing things, let's take the dagger and the club. We're going to give the dagger to the rogue. And the club to the cleric. And I also need to check, do you have anything new? I kind of want to try the ape out. 1d6 and a d3. Yeah, maybe we'll try the ape out. I kind of need something fast, but not, like, stupidly easy to hit. That's the problem with the leopard. It's kind of easy to hit. It's only got 1 armor class, right? Kind of maybe we try the badger. No, I think the ape is better, looking at the stats. Yeah, let's try the ape out. Spicy chicken sandwich. I should probably check on that, see where that's going, where it's so goddamn cold outside. I don't want the Dasher to forget to ring the doorbell and it ends up sitting out on the porch in the cold all night. That would be unfortunate. Treasure! Okay, that's this floor. Let's move on over here. I don't think I need to rest. I want to rest anyways. Screw it, we're going to rest anyways. I have no idea if I need to or not. We're going to do it anyways because I'm not on a timer. Okay, here's the final floor. Neat. Let's go this way. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Nice. Nice. Let me guess, enemies? Yeah, I kind of thought so. 36. What do we got for potions? Nothing I care about. We're going to delay. Of course, you're going to stand next to my goddamn cleric, you jerk. Apes strong together. I don't know if that's true, but okay, it's clearly not true. Apes not strong together. You know what? We're gonna try blinding this guy. And we succeeded. That's cool. Summons. Punching, good. Summons. Nice. Okay. We'll go for this one. And we missed. I have got to get you to not miss so much, my friend. Go there. Apes strong together, yes? Okay, I think that ape's not going to last much longer. A 5-foot step over this way. Then I'm gonna pray. Get the party buffed. Charisma. Ah, nice. Intelligence. We'll just stick you there. Oh, look at that crit. Ah, yeah, let's go. Oh, +1 club? Oh, nice. Okay, so +1 throwing weapons usually, yep, have the returning feature. So that means when we throw this club, it will always come back. So now our paladin no longer needs to equip a ranged weapon of any kind because we have a throwing weapon that will always come back. Okay, let's see. Can anyone else use the throwing hammers, though? The answer to that is no. So you're going to keep using the hammers. Sorry to change my mind. And I believe it'll be our cleric then, who gets the club. Here you go. Our cleric has a throwing weapon. Nice. Throwing weapons you want to give to your folks with high strength first, because throwing weapons use strength to hit. Alright. Suspicious. Ooh, glaive. Nice. Halberds are better, but cool. Actually, can the glaive be used by the cleric? A glaive? Oh, there it is. The answer is no. I am saddened. Anyone use the glaive? That isn't you. The answer to that is no. Okay. Hey, monsters. Oh, a bunch of wild boar. This is going to be fun. Let's 5-foot step to try to get more of them in range. Well, this is a pretty small room. Nice. Okay, rogue. 70. Yeah, 70's not bad. We'll go here. Nice. Sneak attack. Big ol' summon. Punch, punch, punch. Nice. Alright, Monsieur Pelidan. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? This one it is. Summons. Put it right there in the middle of everybody. What eats boar? And I can summon at max level. Wolves? Lions? Wolf or lion? Let's go with lion. Nice. Good job. Okay, ape. Strong. Punch. Nice. Okay. So now that I know prayer and blessed stack, where's blessed? $65. All right. Oh, 12 damage. Really nice. Okay, well, that's intelligence. Okay. Paladin. 70, 70, 70. Whack. Ah, you missed. Okay. Get that charisma going. Okay, let's step back. Oh, we can't because it's difficult terrain. Oh, that's wild shape. Screw it. Well, what do we got? Ooh, Velociraptor thingy. Let's do that. Yeet. Nice. Yeah, stab. Nice. Okay. Let's go for old try and true reliable magic missile. Nice. Okay. Well, +1 composite longbow. Well, masterwork, not +1. +1 would be blue. I'm a blue, I'm a bee, I'm a na. What's in the room? Nothing. Okay, what's in this room? Wow, I've been going for 2 hours. I should probably end this episode. Let's wrap up this dungeon and we'll do just that. +2 dex gloves. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Rogue. You need to be able to hit more often. So, dexterity? Yes, there you go. Have some dexterity. Nice. Not to mention the dex boost will help with disarming traps. So, yeah, let's go. What's in the room? The exit. What's in this room? Nothing. Monsters. I'm gonna go ahead and delay for buffs. Get our summons out. Sure. We're gonna delay. Actually, you, my friend, can bless. And I'll have you step up behind the fire elemental because you have a reach weapon. I like that. I think I'm gonna go with the lion again. I've been enjoying the lion, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and delay. Where is my prayer? There is my prayer. Okay, let's get a summons out. Alright, Rogue. See if you can do this. Nice. Have the Gorilla join on in. Our Ape friend strong together. Let's get some charisma going on our Sorcerer. Okay. Yeah, we'll try smiting this one. Nice. Nice. Let's go ahead and get our Ape's strength up. Oh, almost did it. I don't think the cleric could finish you, can I? Let's move here. And try to Searing Light. Hey, we succeeded. Okay. Ooh, +1 physical resistance scale mail? Oh my god, nice. Okay. Okay, that's all the floors in this dungeon done. Let's take a look here real quick at that scale mail. 26 armor, 21 armor. Ugh. Ugh. Man, I don't think that's worth the damage reduction. That big of a reduction in armor class, 5 points of decrease. Yeah, not worth it. All right, let's head back to Sedville, and we're gonna wrap up today's episode. I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching. I've had a good time playing some low magic age for you. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do leave a like. If this gets, let's say, 2 likes, 3 likes. Let's go with 3 likes. Then I will make a second episode. How's that sound? 3 likes and you'll get a second episode. Ooh, you get some wondrous items this time. Hello. Oh my god. Hello. Oh my god. I think I want to go with the wisdom for my cleric. I think. Oh. No, I'm going to get the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. That just, yeah, we're going to get the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. Yeah, so, leave a like. If it gets 3, I'll make another episode. I will likely continue playing this save on my own, without, recording from here to there, because I don't know if you can have multiple saves with this game. I haven't looked yet. Honestly, every time I boot it up, I just click new game. I don't know why, I just do. It's just fun. It's just really fun playing from first level, experiencing the whole D&D kind of like thing, you know? I just like this game quite a bit. We can sell all this stuff now that I have a trade license. Ah, lovely. Okay. And we have quite a bit of cash too, yeah. So leave that like, ring the bell button for notifications, and I will catch you guys next time. This has been Low Magic Age with Wumpus. I will see everybody in maybe the next episode if there's another one. Let me find a good spot to kind of like, right here? Right here. Yeah, oh, no. No, sets. Okay, hold on. And then I need a function. Is it function? Oh, fuck, I don't even remember. Me, who hasn't recorded in so long, I can't remember how to take a screenshot. Is that not? Did you not? Why? Why, you little bitch? I hate you too. Okay, fine. I just want that tile anyways. Did that actually work? I have no idea. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to stop fotzing. I'm going to stop talking. Hit the like, ring the bell, leave a comment. See you guys next time. 3 likes, next episode. Okay? Bye-bye.